Hi there, I'm Matt Keene. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want, the visionary evaluation series where I go through every page of this book and make at least one video explaining what's going on the page or introducing what's happening. I'm on page 18 now. I'll tell you what, this book's a real page turner. Only problem is I'm turning pages forward as often as I'm turning them backwards, so I'm sort of in the same place as I was a long time ago. One good thing about having no people viewing your videos is they never know when you take a very long break. So I'm on page 18, and in this part of the introduction chapter to the book, just describing what's going on sort of in each chapter of the book in front and in the rest of the book. And here we're chapter 14, just introducing a little bit about that chapter, which is a return to the screenplay, a return to the visionary evaluatives who are in low Earth orbit, seriously, just preparing for what they're going to contribute to the global forum on artificial superintelligence in the year 2030. Maybe it'll be in 2031 because, anyways, so they have now spent a few days, which happened through the whole book. They spent a few days gathering lots of content, hearing lots of presentations from other visionary evaluatives, and they're going to be sort of synthesizing everything they heard in their sort of preparations for what they'll present to the global forum on ASI. So it says here in the book, they reconvene to reflect upon what they have learned. They discuss the roles, competencies, and responsibilities of visionary evaluatives, threats to the field of evaluation and evaluators, the practitioners and policymakers and scholars in evaluation, the relationship between visionary evaluation and evaluation, the origins, and gets pretty intense here, right? The origins of human values, the evolution of human values, and technology, and what a truly effective humanity would look like. We're also getting into the roles that machine intelligences could play in enabling or conducting more nefarious business for humanity, enabling humanity to navigate the future, navigate to create a future that it wants. And, as this chapter is important to me because this was one of my contributions to this book. It's not like a dystopian view of the role of machine intelligences that's introduced here, but it's also not incredibly optimistic either. It could be either, sort of on a knife's edge. And then chapter 15, so that closes out the screenplay. Chapter 15 is the conclusion where we introduce to the reader a call to action and a checklist. For each visionary evaluative principle, we introduce some questions that might be asked to understand whether or not those principles have been introduced to whatever the conversation or evaluative work that's ongoing. I'm Matt Keene. Thanks for visiting Creating the Future We Want. It's great to be back! What? And what would be your vision for future roles of machine intelligence in creating a future we want? Be good!